MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the one-game National League Wild Card playoff between the San Francisco Giants and the Atlanta Braves. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2020 Atlanta Braves.
Quickly now, a look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's important for this lineup as they look to earn a berth into the division series, Harold?
Matt, have you seen this guy throw? Whew, he is electric. What do you got to do against him? I think you got to attack him early. He's just too overpowering. His stuff is electric. He's got one of those great power arms that we'll talk about for years to come. You got to take it to him before he takes it to you.
Troy Ramos gets the nod here at home for the National League wildcard game. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Braves. And I'm looking at Dansby Swanson, the #1 pick overall a few years back. He is a heck of a talent, and you knew he was going to hit at the shortstop position. But that bat and his athletic ability, he can even move around the diamond for you different places.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Off tonight for San Francisco, shortstop, number 35.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. One home now to Crawford. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
Well, we all know he can burn on a base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing the walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, that's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
1-1, here it comes. Liner towards second. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Batting third.
Striding into the box, Buster Posey. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Well, the way I see Ed, he gets a lot of respect for his strike zone. There's not a lot of umpires in the league that have the kind of respect he does. He's consistent, he's got a great zone, and he's well respected across the board.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here it comes, 0-2. Hard on the ground towards short. And Buster's going to make his way aboard. He's got a base hit.
Matt, I love this offense, and they're deep. Now, they got the leadoff guy out, but then all of a sudden the 2-hitter and the 3-hitter get hits, and before you know it, you're in trouble.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1.
Well, if there's any game, Matt, that's important to score that first run, this is it. The wild card game, if you can drive in a run and get that lead early, man, all the pressure goes on the other team. This is a big moment.
And he takes a cold strike 1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Into the stands. He got it. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Coming to the plate now, Eric Hosmer. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Here it comes, 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Nope. 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
squared that one up just a little late.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And here's a ball hit in the air. Freeman is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Giants leave a couple, and now the Braves will step up for their first opportunity to score. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. H, what has to happen if they want to survive the wild card game and move on?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Johnny Cueto is on the mound for the visitors in this NL wildcard matchup. What's your take on him, H?
This guy's a pro, Matt. Been around a long time, really knows how to get himself ready for games and then be able to execute. So if he's able to execute his game plan, I think he'll have a real nice outing. All right, time for majestic defensive alignment for the Giants. And I'm looking at Nomar Mazara. Talking about bursting on the scene as a youngster. He did just that. And he showed us all his tools, the power from the left side, but also his ability to range in the outfield and make the throw to the right base.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Now the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Standing in now, Rio Ruiz, as he'll take a look at ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. 1 out, nobody on. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
Man, that's a difference right there. 3-1 or 2-2. You got to love the fact that was called a ball. Now you're sitting 3-1. Get the pitch you want and drive it.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him. He's almost like another leadoff hitter, working a walk with just 1 out. And I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
Here's Ender Inciarte. Career head-to-head meetings with Johnny Cueto. He's gone 4 for 9. First things first, here's a throw over. Runner back standing. First pitch of the at-bat. A called strike on the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1.
Cueto will go to first, and the runner back. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Hey, not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Digging in now, Corey Spangenberg. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. He's set, and the pitch. A called strike over the outside corner.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike one, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
Cueto pauses. 0-1 pitch on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And Kipnis will put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. We are still scoreless. Stepping in, Domingo Santana. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Domingo Santana.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Here it comes. Outside with the breaking pitch, and he falls behind it 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Billy Hamilton will be next. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Here it is on 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. He will go to shortstop covering, and they do get the force at second. That was not an easy play.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Matt, this is where that guy on first base is distracting the pitcher. I guarantee you he's down 2-0. He's not focused on the hitter. This is where you get hurt. I love it when a guy on first can run.
Now a throw over. And a dive, but he's back. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single.
Well, there's a one-out infield single. You know what? You can start a lot of rallies with one out. He was hustling down the line. If you're pitching, you think, golly, that was so unlucky.
Stepping in now, Johnny Cueto, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Now a bunt attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Crawford. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Smoked on the ground left side. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. A tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Giants 1 and the Braves nothing. At the plate, Matt Kemp. He'll lead it off against Johnny Cueto.
Right fielder, Matt Kemp.
Low for ball 1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Ball 2.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2-0 pitch on the way. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
As if things aren't tough enough here playing in this hostile environment, he walks the leadoff hitter, and oh yeah, he's a threat to run every time he gets on base. Not the way he wanted to start this outing.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Here's the first pitch to him. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
A runner at first with no outs here. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. One and one. Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will wind up a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he is in there. So he moves all the way up to third here. Here's the pitch on 2-2. In front of the changeup there, as this is chopped foul at home plate. Runner at third here, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Ronnier Mustelier is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. From the belt, kicks and deals. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, that's not some bad pitching right there. You're 2 pitches down, but you have a runner on third, and you know this hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can hit into the air for a sacrifice fly.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Ready with the 3-1. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The Giants have struck first here. They lead it 1-0 as we play the second. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground.
That was a fourth foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
Throw over to first, just keeping him close. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. Another 2-2 offering. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
In now, Troy Ramos just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Oh, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Here it comes, 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Hamilton is under it. And that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in for his second at-bat, Nomar Mazara. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Nomar Mazara.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Now here it comes. Hit hard to short. Oh, a terrible bounce, and it goes right by him.
A leadoff base hit. That's the last thing he wanted to see here to start the third inning. He's already given up 5 hits. He's been struggling, been pitching out of the stretch, hasn't looked comfortable. This could be a short game for him.
Here's Buster Posey now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. And now, oh, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. Riding in once again, Jason Kipnis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear they don't want to challenge this guy right here, but working around a guy can come back to bite you at times.
This one's over at the knees, 2-1.
You're sitting 2-0 in that situation. You get the fastball, but it's not the location you want, so you lay off it. I love that. That's great discipline hitting.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. couple of men in scoring position here with none down. And another foul ball. Ready with another 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. On deck, there's Eric Hosmer. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another payoff pitch. And we'll see another pitch here as this ball's chopped foul at home plate. From the stretch. Another one sent foul. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. 0 for 1 here in the early going. From the stretch. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0.
This situation right here, 1-0 with the bases loaded, you've got to stay patient. Just be specific and patient. Get your pitch, but make sure it's where you want it.
Here it comes, 1-0. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. '50th pitch of the game on its way. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of it depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
Now
Pretty
batting,
textbook breaking
left
ball for the
fielder,
punch out right there.
Domingo
Got it to bend a lot,
Santana.
and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Standing in now, Domingo Santana. Fouled straight back. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
the batter, number 6, center fielder Billy
Now at the
Hamilton.
plate, Billy Hamilton. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Man, we're seeing some pitching right now. He's 1 out away from getting out of the woods in this nasty situation. Bases loaded, no outs. He gets the first 2 guys out, and he's this close. Let's see what happens with this batter, if he can get out of it.
The 0-1 pitch. And he misses with it, 1-1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And here's a ball hit in the air. Swanson is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. Giants leave them loaded. They lead it 1-0. Matt Vasgersian, Harold Reynolds, and Dan Plesac, the former #1 overall pick. Dansby Swanson is the first to bat in the inning. Now the pitch. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Hosmer is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Up next for Atlanta, third baseman, Rio Ruiz.
Digging in, Rio Ruiz. He drew a walk his first time up. Into the windup and the pitch. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Nunez has to look over his shoulder, but he's got it for round number 2.
Center fielder number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Ready for another chance? Ender Inciarte. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Fouled back. Braves are still looking to break into the hit column here. On the ground to the left side. Nunez is up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Settling in now, Eduardo Nunez. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Eduardo Nunez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Pitch on the way. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Well, that's two impressive fastballs. Two mid-90s fastballs just reaching back saying, I dare you to hit it. Finds himself in a nice 0-2 count now.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. A ball hit softly on a line to third. And this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And fellas, if we do games together for the next decade, we might never see two starters in the same game throwing that hard. I mean, this has really been something. At the plate, Johnny Cueto. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with the hard fastball or double it up with another changeup.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
1-2. Here it comes. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Another full count pitch home. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at-bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed up a little high.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Here it comes, 1-0. This one's down to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Giants down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Digging in to try it again, Corey Spangenberg. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Baseman, Corey Spangenberg.
Into the windup and the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
So here's Matt Kemp now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Here's the 1-0. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Well, you clearly have a guy scuffling right now on the mound. Look, he hit the last batter, and then he's falling behind here. As a hitter, you just got to sit there and look for one specific pitch before you swing.
The 2-0 pitch on the way. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
He's got to get his head together, step off, refocus. Look, hit a batter, and now it looks like he might walk this guy to start the inning. Not a good way to start the inning.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And a slider on the inside for strike 1.
That's what makes this guy so great. A pitch right on the corner. Most people cannot do that. Seems like he does it anytime he sits back there and says, here's where I want to put it, and he puts it there.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Cueto will go to first, and a dive, but he's back in. The 1-0 delivery. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
2-0 count, and the pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box, Ronnier Mustelier. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. One-0 count. Here it is. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Cueto pauses. Here he comes on 2-0. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. Just a bit low, ball 3.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Here it is on 3-1. Now a swing on 3-1, but this is chopped foul right around home plate, and the count will go full to 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he can put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, I don't know if he has a blister or some kind of mechanical glitch right now, but anytime you hit 2 batters in one game, let alone an inning, you're in trouble. We'll see if he can dial it back in before he hits another guy.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. From the belt, the pitch lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Hit the last batter. Now he finds himself down 3-1. Look, he's just got to groove one, get himself back in the rhythm, and throw strikes.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off of the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
He's set. Here it comes. Boy, Ramos is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0.
There's 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. I don't care if it's the pitcher or not. He's got to treat him like another hitter. You can't let him beat you here. This is a big at bat.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. 1-2. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt. 2 out, bases loaded. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
(3-2) with the bases loaded. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Full count. Here it comes. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 3-2. He spoils another one, and will do it again. The 3-2 one more time. Grounder down the line at third. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Talk about flipping the script. You're down 1. You got the pitcher coming to the plate. He drives in 2 to give you the lead by 1. Talk about coming through in the clutch. Mercy.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And there's ball 2 now.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
The 2-1 on its way. Strike two at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
A strike away now from getting out of this mess. Sometimes pitching is all about minimizing, right? So keeping it to 2 runs across in the inning would be huge.
Second and third, 2 away. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. Hit well on the ground to first. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. In to score the runner from third. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-1 ball game.
The way the game is played today, the leadoff guy, he drives in 2 runs, and you don't think a whole lot of it because he's now one of the guys that's an RBI producer. This is not your dad's old game. This is the new school.
Stepping in now, Rio Ruiz. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Santana is after it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We played 4 full. It's the Braves 4 and the Giants 1. In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball that time, not even close. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things. Now the count's 2-2. He can come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
Set to deal on 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Here's Buster Posey now. Turned on down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. And the off balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Second baseman number 22, Jason Kipnis.
And is the second baseman Jason Kipnis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Hit hard to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Neil Ramirez is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Neil Ramirez.
Here's Ender Inciarte. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Ender Inciarte.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And there's out number 1.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. In now, Corey Spangenberg, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a flare out to left center. Crawford is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, right fielder, Matt Kemp.
Digging in once again, Matt Kemp. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ball 1. And this is lifted high in the air down the line behind third. And Crawford will make the play, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eric Hosmer. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Changeup, a little bit inside, 1-0.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. A changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
2-1. And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Now here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Digging in to try it again, Domingo Santana. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This guy's one of the great pitchers in the game. When he's pitching from 0-2 counts, hitters don't have a chance.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, there's that classic strikeout pitch. The changeup down just didn't get him to go after it.
No offer that time, and it's back to 2-2 on the Giants right fielder.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down. He's thinking to himself, make him get it up before I swing. Get it off the knees.
Now a fastball. Oh, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number 2.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on in the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Now a ball rolls softly to second. Gonna be a tough play. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. They trail it 4-1. Ready for another chance? Freddie Freeman. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Freeman.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball over the outer half.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Standing in now, Ronier Mustelier. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Striding in once again, Yadier Molina. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. And a fastball just a bit high. Two out, nobody on. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Now the 1-2 coming to Molina. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 4-1. Back here at SunTrust Park, 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. So coming to the plate, Eduardo Nunez. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Eduardo Nunez.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Hit on the ground toward the left. And that's through into left. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Well, that's what you want right there. Late in the game, leadoff single. Now they still got some work to do. You got the tying run on the on-deck circle, but they've got a shot now.
Joe Panic will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 12, Joe Panic.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
Ready with the 1-0. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game.
Tell you what, though, Matt, that's pretty good. 100 going into the 7th inning. That's not bad. I'll take it all day.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when your skipper calls on you. Not going to be happy about that.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Hit well, but fouled that time by Crawford as this will find the seats down the line in right. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Misses. Ball 2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now another 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. So a solo shot here to left center field, and the Giants draw closer. It's now a 4-2 game.
Yeah, and it looks like at least one player is having a night to remember. He drove in their only run earlier in the game and continues the hot hand with a deep one into the night sky.
In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Pitch on the way. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Pitch on the way. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Hey, one of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Ruiz is there to make the catch, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen,
one for the Giants on this swing by Brandon Crawford. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Giants 2. Willie Lopez gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Willie Lopez.
Daniel Descalso is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Grounded to the right. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Digging in and looking for more, Dansby Swanson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Too low. 1-0. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Here it comes, 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Now the pitch. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Can't keep that one fair either, and now the count is full.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. In the air, down the left field line and deep. Santana is camped under this one, and there's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Rio Ruiz.
Ready for another shot now. Rio Ruiz, 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Kipnis has it, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. The 2010 National League Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey, will start things out after the break. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Giants 2. Aroldis Vizcaino has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Aroldis Vizcaino.
Now to the plate, Buster Posey. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
28. Buster Posey.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, he got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Boy, he's really mixing them up nice. Slider away and then comes back with a two-seamer in. Those balls are moving in opposite directions, and you're giving the hitter opposite things to look for.
Here's the 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. Kemp has a read on it. He's got it one away.
Second baseman, number 22.
And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these two performances stack up against one another. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Here comes the first pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a little tapper. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a hard sinker there. Chopped foul at home plate. Here's another 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
This is a really good at-bat. This is the kind that you go back to the dugout, regardless of the outcome. They go, great AB, man. Great AB.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. There's our line score to this point. You see the Braves leading this one from SunTrust Park as we play inning number 8. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. And the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, man, I'm looking at that 0-1 pitch right there, and I'm thinking he got lucky. I mean, that ball down and in, that's right in his wheelhouse. Some guys, that's a good spot. For him, that is not a good place to flirt around with. I wouldn't do it again.
Now the 0-1. Grounded to first. Freeman's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail it here 4-2. Will Smith is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 13, Will Smith.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning, instead a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ball 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground is short. There is Crawford, and he's retired 1 away.
The batter, number 15, second baseman Corey Spangenberg.
Digging in once again, Corey Spangenberg. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, that's a high fastball in the low 90s. That is a dangerous, dangerous pitch right there. He got away with one. The guy took the pitch. Maybe he's just measuring him up. I wouldn't come back with that again.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Matt.
So here's Matt Kemp now. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys. Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. 2 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss as he pulled the string on the breaking ball, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back here in the Atlanta metro area on MLB Network, set to go in the 9th from Suntrust Park.
Please.
Sheldon Palmer comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Sheldon Palmer. Leading off for the Giants, left fielder Domingo Santana.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. The 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout. And with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Line toward the alley in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
That line drive base hit, now it brings the tying run to the plate. You know, Matt Dale's talked about a bloop and a blast. Maybe it is a rope and some hope. We'll see how the 9th inning plays out.
Ready once again, Eduardo Nunez. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Now a move over to first, and the runner back easily. The 1-0. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Don't know for sure, but I think he may have been taking there thinking his teammate on first was going to be on the move.
Now the 2-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ground ball sent back up the middle. They'll go to the bag for 1. Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
Wow, talk about a do-or-die situation. Amazing. They find a way to win the wild card game and advance to the division series. I know the home crowd made a difference cheering them on, and now they have all the momentum going into the next round.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.
So for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. The postseason is in full swing, folks. You've been watching the National League wildcard game.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 4 runs on only 2 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Giants, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SunTrust Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.